Time now for Sid Sixero. This is where you have 60 seconds to talk about whatever. Start the clock, please. Here's what's on my mind this morning. When the Leafs spoke to the media for the final time after losing to Tampa, no one on the team seemed to take the loss harder than 38-year-old Jason Spezza.
Because I think I really, truly believe that the team was going to break through this year. I've put a lot of effort into trying to help get the group over the edge, and then to fail again is frustrating for myself. It leads me asking myself questions of, did I do enough? Did I, help push the right buttons? Did I do everything I could do to help the team get over it? So I think it's just hard. It's just these chances, they don't come very often, so it's hard.
And we now know why it was so hard to take. Spezza knew his playing career was over. He retired yesterday, as we talked about, but will stay on with the Leafs as a special advisor. This year was his last chance to win the Cup as a player, but he might get there as an executive. He's that talented. Sam Cosentino of Sportsnet. Speaking of talented, Sammy Kaz joining us here on Breakfast Television. Are you surprised at the move here, Sammy? And what does this mean for the Leafs going forward to have a guy this well respected under their tent?
I'm not necessarily surprised because of the length of career. And sometimes when you're offered that opportunity to transition right away from player to front office, it doesn't happen really often either. And so when you have that much money in the bank, you probably could have chased one more contract. You might have been able to stick it out with Toronto as a third and fourth line guy for $1 million. But you know what? This gives him an opportunity at a perfect age to be able to transition into management. And who knows where it's going to take him. This is a guy I covered since he was 15 years old, and he came into the Ontario Hockey League with Brampton and Mississauga. An unbelievable guy. And I think if you're Kyle Dubas, he's not a guy you could afford to let go to keep him in the capacity that he's now in.
Got about a minute here, Sammy. What's his legacy? You've known him a long time. How will you remember him?
Just an amazing player, an amazing person, an amazing teammate, and a guy who unfortunately just couldn't get it over the top to win a Stanley Cup. You're always remembered for winning a cup. That opportunity never presented himself. He had a couple of really good chances with Toronto here at the end of his career, and then finally realized that, nope, it's not going to be. So I think he'll be fondly remembered everywhere that he played, even going back to his days in junior.
So do you see him in player development, assistant GM, one day a GM? Like, where do you see him fitting?
Yeah, I think the GM thing might be somewhere down the road, but this guy has the opportunity to touch every part of the organization because he can speak to the current players, having just retired. He can speak to the young players, having gone through the grind to go all the way up. And he can speak to everybody in between in terms of relating to management because he would have been in the league, when Shanahan was there, when some of the other general managers were around either coaching or in their playing careers. So he can touch a wide array of the organization. I think that's a huge asset because someone who can speak to today's game with some of yesterday's ideals is a perfect situation. So Kyle Dubas, I think he had a home run here.
Great point, Sam. Sam Cosentino from Sportsnet. We love him. Have a great day, brother. Thank you.